Welcome back. So far we have discussed that you are unique and important. In this video, we will discuss the importance of yearly or long-term planning. When I sat down to plan a school year, the first thing I would look at was the school calendar and calculate the total number of teaching days. I emphasize teaching days because your students may come to school, but you will not necessarily teach them. For instance, there may be a field trip, an assessment, a special program you need to dedicate time for, or some other classroom interrupter. In planning your teaching days, it is important you take into account as many of these classroom interrupters as possible. This will keep your planning realistic and allow you to stay away from becoming frustrated because you cannot realistically teach all you planned for. Throughout the years, I tested a variety of methods to help me improve my yearly planning goals. And finally, I found one that worked for me. I called it my syllabus. Once this syllabus was fully completed, it included every single bit of information that would make my life easier throughout the school year. I included the week of school, the date, the day, any and all interrupters, all subjects, all grade levels, even vocabulary. I maximized the page to fit my particular needs for that school year. On that note, if you're starting out at a new school, take a moment to discover what resources are available to you. Perhaps you have a digital resource such as ebooks or printed resource books or digital subscriptions, manipulatives, microscopes, magnets, musical instruments, etc. You need to inventory what is at your disposal and decide which resources you will use that school year and how. Perhaps you will choose to cycle your resources. In other words, you may choose to use a particular resource on odd years and another resource on even years. If you are a one-teacher classroom, maybe you want to have a 4-year cycle for some resources. This will ensure you maximize student learning by decreasing the possibility in repeating the use of a particular resource. Having a focused vision on how to use your available resources will help you as you plan for the year. To build my syllabus, I started out with my subjects or resources. Once I knew all the subjects and resources I wanted to focus on for that school year, I entered them into my syllabus. I then included routine items or words which were repeated throughout a particular subject. This became the foundation for my template. I then copied and pasted it to reflect the number of weeks in the school year. After that, I changed the dates, noted any interrupters in the appropriate week, and began my yearly planning goals. Let's take a quick look at my template. Here are the subjects I decided to focus on. These are the routine items or words, and here's an example of an interrupter. In my next video, I will create a template from scratch and walk you through the process of how I did my syllabus. As you start working on your long-term goals for the year, remember to include everything you can think of. As the school year progresses and you realize you missed something, make a mental note of it so it can be reflected in the following year's planning. Take a moment now to create or explore your calendar. Discover all the resources available to you and decide which subjects and resources you will focus on for this year. May God bless your ministry in His vineyard.